once again, a warm welcome back to Dumfries in the south of Scotland, where we have the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championships 2014, along with the seniors here in the Ice Bowl in Dumfries. The featured game of this afternoon is Scotland-Brazil. Scotland at 2-0 and Brazil with a 1 loss against Sweden. Their first ever time here at the World Championships. This is the B group. We have 4 groups, 34 teams in total in the mixed doubles tournament. And we see the standings here. It's Scotland and Sweden on top. Finland and Canada with 1 win. Estonia on 1-1. And then Kazakhstan on 1-1 as well. It's their first time in the World Mixed Doubles as well. Brazil on 0-1. And here is their lineup. Aline Lima is the female player and Marcelo Melo is the male player. And for Scotland, we have the same team as last year. They finished 7th, 2013. So Gina Aitken and Bruce Mowat, coached by David Aitken. And here you see the rules of mixed doubles. We have 2 players on each team, 1 male and 1 female. 6 stones rather than your normal 8, and 1 of them is already pre-placed. 46 minutes of playing time and 8 ends. And the players play either stones 1 or 5 or 2, 3 and 4. They are allowed to switch positions in between the ends. Both players can sweep, of course, but the skipper needs to be at the far end of the hog line when the stone is being played. And we have no takeouts until the 4th stone of each end. This normally makes for quite a lot of stones in play. Here you see the inside of the ice bowl where they normally play hockey. Brazil will play the red and Scotland will play the yellow, and they had a better last stone draw, so they will have hammer in the first end. And it is Brazil being honoured and presented here this afternoon.
And Robin Hallery will now present gifts to Team Germany. Stefan Knoll, Andrea Fischer and Ralf Landnitzer.
Here you see the pre-positioned stones. The team with the hammer will also have the stone just back of the button, and the team without hammer starts up with the centre guard. Next to me, just like yesterday, is Kenny Edwards. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you, Sarah. I think it'll be interesting to see how Brazil fare against the well-favoured Scottish in this game. Expect to see Scotland maybe go right after Brazil early on.
Yes, Brazil got the spot when Bulgaria pulled out, and they only knew 2 weeks ago that they were coming, and both of them live in Canada, but they are Brazilian, so represent them here, hoping to inspire other curlers in Brazil for sure. And they said that they were really enjoying themselves and hoping for a better second game. Just a warm-up in the first against Sweden.
Yeah, a real tough start for Brazil, Sweden and Scotland. Probably the 2 favoured teams to be coming out of this section.
Games are getting started, and I don't think I've ever seen another approach than the freeze with the first. Have you?
I don't think there's any point in splitting the guard. That would be against the idea.
Here's Aline Lima for Brazil with the first come around. looks quite good. Great line past the guard.
Yeah, it does look pretty nice. Just maybe over curl in a fraction, but good start.
Bruce Mowat and Gina Aitken. They were in Fredericton last year. Impressed a lot of people, and they came on 7th place. Bruce Mowat, a student in Edinburgh. I also think he was an ice maker there.
Yeah, it's a real nice shot just down on the out turn. Interesting to see both teams have went for the well, they've actually went for a different strategy. The female throwing first for Brazil and the male for Scotland.
I believe Bruce and Gina did that last year as well. It worked out really good for them. So here is Marcelo Melo. Lives in Quebec.
Yeah, kind of strange partnership, the Brazilian pair. Eileen stays in Yukon and Marcelo over in Quebec, so it's a fair bit apart.
Yeah, they don't think they know each other too well, actually. But they did have a couple of weeks to practice together before coming here. Gina Aitken also played in the World Juniors for Scotland this year in Flims.
Yeah, that one just rolling off. Maybe a little bit heavy. So Brazil with a chance maybe to come around and maybe tap the red top of the 8 foot. I think if you play the draw around, there would be a slash double possibly, Sarah.
Yeah, there would. They could also, well, this is quite a tricky freeze. They could also maybe guard the other side, because Scotland has a really good opportunity of pushing everything back on the outturn side. So this needs to be really perfect. Is it red line shot? Do you know?
Yeah, I think the red is line shot.
So is Gina Aitken gonna make some stones move around here?
I don't think there's any need to play big weight.
No, but just tapping them around.
Big line. Whoa. Whoa. Nothing still.
Yeah, that one just didn't curl enough. But everything's top tee for Scotland.
Yep, it's just that one red that's really bothering them a bit. And I think the guard on that side.
Yeah, I think the guard would be the sensible call. Still could possibly come around and really double tap in the reds.
Como é que tá a linha? Não tá curvando demais? Curvou um pouco demais, né?
So the guard is up.
E mesmo foi mais pesado.
Scotland could maybe use the reds actually to remove the red shot stone.
Yeah, I think so.
Like this. Hit that. Sure? Okay. Well, even if you're high, you do that, it's fine. Which one do you like, that or that? Okay. Peel.
So looking to run the red guard into the pocket. I think they've got maybe a little bit more room for error with this one, but
Yeah, they have a lot of places where they can run it into and still get movement of the red with the red shot stone.
Yep.
It's hard when someone's yelling yes and you've just thrown a peel and then you need to try and catch it.
Yep. Nice shot.
Ah, she made a great one.
that's a perfect shot.
Now lying 4 on the forefoot.
There you see it, just pushing the red through. It keeps the yellow at the back of the button as well.
Parar aqui, continua com 3, né? Só mataria essa aqui. Eu tentar aqui, que não é ela muito fácil também, essa aqui, né? De repente tentar isso aqui, o que tu acha? Seria o cal, eu acho, né?
And there is always a trouble with
Tem que
the
ser back 12, mais
trying
ou
to protect
menos,
one
easy high.
lonely shot stone. Is Alina now gonna try and tap the red one up to sit frozen on the lid? It's quite a brave call.
Yeah, they could bail out, maybe just come down on the out turn, just on the right hand side of the sheet, play the double in the centre and corner freeze the yellow edge of 4.
Mesmo me parece bom, tem que curvar ainda bastante. Não, precisa curvar
And
muito.
the line on this one concerns me.
Ó, agora começou a ter.
Yeah, looks like it really needs to curl.
It's curling now though.
Well, a good attempt, and I think they've done enough to outcount two of the yellow.
I'll just draw.
But Scotland still sitting 2. Bruce Mowat can draw for a 3rd point.
Yeah, just going to play the simple draw. They're already sitting 2.
Yeah, just like we said, mixed doubles normally we have a lot of stones in play, and there you have it. all but one. And Scotland will be off to a good start. They have 2 counters already. Bruce Mowat need full forfeit in this one.
Yeah, he's just trying to get the edge off the red, I think.
Good call. And it's 3 on the board for Scotland after the first end. Of course, we have a couple of other games going on. Kazakhstan scored 2 against Finland in the first end. Spain got 1 against Germany. Latvia took 4 against Slovenia, and Sweden got 1 against Estonia.
minuto de break, né, no primeiro intervalo. Foi bem, foi bem. Eles também, foi também bom break.
I think it was quite a good end by Brazil. It's more of the fact that they didn't bail out when they only had 1 red stone in play. They kept into draws.
Yeah, certainly, Sarah. I think that's probably what Scotland's game plan would be. Just be patient and maybe wait for the mistakes from Brazil.
Good. 5, 4.
So this time it's Bruce with the first draw, and it looks like he's a little shy on weight with this one. Just top 12 foot. And fully buried, so it's not really anything they can tap up either.
Yeah, if you're Brazil, you might actually want to split the centre guard off for this one.
What would be the point of that?
Try and pull the play away from the centre. Get a hide on either side. Freeing up that 4 foot area should get you get yourself into a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it's quite nice. More like a regular curling game where if you're behind and you have last stone, you want to corner guards rather than everything around the centre line.
I don't like rolling behind the guard though.
No?
No, just sit out.
Okay.
Yeah. 75.
Yeah, so I think they're just on the nose with this one. I think that's what they're trying to do. Oh, nice release from
Where?
Gina Aitken.
Whoa.
Good technique on both the Scottish players.
Close. Whoa, freeze fine. Yep. Freeze it. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Good.
Yeah, I'm surprised didn't play a little more weight with that.
Well, I think they were talking about playing more weight, and then she just came up a bit short.
Pode ser uma ideia.
But they might have lined them up quite nicely.
Pois é, que aí eu não tenho como fazer take-out, que nós vamos tirar a nossa própria, só se eu... Mas essa aí não tá tão, porque talvez geme, né? E fique. Tentar entrar pelo meio delas ou guardar. Não sei se está muito larga essa
I
porta.
think Brazil's going to need to tap this a bit and change the angles.
Yeah, maybe just want to bump this one to the top of the floor and check on the inside, maybe a couple inches and just on the inside of the nose.
Yeah, make sure that the yellow won't direct onto it when Scotland makes a play on it.
Está fraco. Vai.
Got to get past the guard though.
And gotta have enough weight, but
He's done a job though, he's covered the red. But what he has done is opened up the shot on the button.
Eu também ficou aberto.
You want?
I like going half. I think that is too much.
Huh? Hack.
Yeah,
What do you like?
that's fine.
You want a bit less or?
Gene Aitken can see quite a bit of the shot stone, and once the stones get closer to the center line, they tend to drag a lot of curl. So she's even looking to get to the inside of the red.
Whoa! Whoa, nothing.
Yeah, puts quite a lot of handle on the upweight takeouts.
Oh, she's just touched the top yellow to go by the shot stone.
Got 41 for it.
You can see it just feathers the
It's
top
not by
yellow.
much. Doesn't miss the shot stone by much either.
Sorry.
So is it possible for Brazil to sneak another one in here?
Yeah, I think so. They just want to get maybe top of the 8 foot.
Yeah. If they guard everything, I guess it's okay too. But Scotland could still draw around the other side and give them a hard time to take two.
3,19. Vai precisar varrer pra linha, tu acha?
A linha tem que curvar mais, tem que curvar.
Não, vai curvar porque ela não tá tão forte.
Vai. Talvez me entenda um pouquinho. Do lado aí, tá bom.
He will cover the hole. And even though they changed the angles around a little bit, Scotland are now going to try and run the red in to the yellow and the red. Could get both the reds going here.
I think you this one's sitting a little high. And push the red out enough.
Só tem que tomar cuidado, porque
Não, isso aí até não. Posso perder o shooter, mas ali acho que é difícil.
In the previous game, when the teams had to go out a bit wider, it just curled a lot more than they expected. That
ela bateu pra fora.
is now Scotland with shot stone.
Yeah,
It's a big change. That was a shot to sit 4.
yeah, you've got to really make them shots. Expect this one to be punished. Yeah, Scotland's going to come around in the end turn, try and get something in there.
And looks like Bruce really has his draw weight down.
So from
Tá muito aberta. Pelos como é que tá? Tem que curvar muito.
So last zone of the second end, it's Scotland sitting two,
Yes.
and Brazil need to find
Por fora é bem mais lento.
pin to score, and oh, this is coming up short.
Fora é bem mais lento.
Short.
Fora é bem mais lento.
There, just it really had a good thing going, Brazil, and then there was the one missed shot that really went wrong.
I think Brazil have got to take the positives from that second end. They did create a chance for Scotland into a couple of mistakes.
Yeah, they really did. It's just Scotland a bit unlucky with their angles, not hitting in the right spot. But a great draw by Bruce. He's got 70% so far for the tournament. This is their third game.
Line on leg.
It's a nice result.
Nearly face back.
So Brazil and Aline Lima gonna need to follow this.
A linha foi boa.
Put another freeze on top of there.
Pesada, talvez, ou não? Então não precisa varrer. Então
Line
não
looks
precisa
pretty
varrer.
good.
Está pesado, não precisa varrer. Calma, perto,
It's just
atenção.
all about the weight.
Não precisa.
Just spreads things around. I think Scotland will just be electing to play the out turn or a counterclockwise turn for a right-handed player.
Yes, to freeze onto the pocket. 77% for Gina Aitken. You see that top players in mixed doubles somewhere around the 70s or 80s. Of course, it's a big difference from when you have two sweepers. And now they're running up and sweeping their own zones.
Whoa, right up. Nothing yet. Come on, sit.
Just need this to curl and sit in front of the tee line.
Yeah, it's not too bad there. Would have maybe liked it a couple of feet shorter. Does leave
there's
a nice
still room.
pocket.
Yeah. For Marcelo. If he can just put a red one right in between the two yellows, get some support from both of them. He could start working to get a multiple score in the third end.
Peso não tá ruim. Talvez esteja
Only
até lento.
31% for Marcelo so far. Only
Well-
played two ends though.
Well, in the tournament he played a couple more ends. But you gotta remember they are new to this stage of curling. And it's gonna take them a little while to adjust. Missed opportunity there though. Because Now that draw to the centre line isn't really there from the intern side anymore. The red stone's going to be in the way. Scotland can put another one on here.
I think the same again, because the guard's moved out.
So Jeanette can just once again trying to play the draw. And line again looking pretty nice. Still a few stones to come in this end though.
Yeah, but it's well, it's definitely Scotland that has all the pressure on. And now they are sitting 3. There's still quite a nice pocket there. It's just it's not very easy to get to it. The red kind of semi-corner is in the way.
Yeah, so this is maybe where Brazil are slightly weaker than some of the other teams. I think maybe just follow that one down on the out turn, get quite close to the guard, but now they've got to play with 2 guards on the in turn.
If they played this as at a little more weight though, they could maybe get some support from the stone that Jeanette can just plate and kind of roll into the gap instead.
Yeah, it's fairly difficult this though. And this one's curling hard. Looks as if it's going to be on the guard. Yeah, just pushes that centre guard off.
Talvez a primeira lá fora tivesse melhor. Pelo menos abrir, né?
Yeah, so where did Scotland put their stone with this one, Sarah?
Well, they're going to come all the way down in the gap. They could also try and find a good place for a guard here, because there's not a lot that Brazil can really do. It's so many stones out to the side that like a good centre guard would make it really difficult to come down. But I'm not sure, like coming all the way down, they will sit 4 and there won't be a place for Brazil to put their stones. And I'm not sure they are really comfortable with electing the up weight, because I haven't seen them thrown a lot more than board so far, so in that case I think it's quite good to draw it all the way down if you're Scotland.
Yep. Whoa. Where? Whoa.
Where do you want to see them put it?
I think just right on the centre line, top 8 foot would be perfect.
This is the place where Gina Aitken has failed to curl all the way up with all of her stones actually. So the pocket is still available.
Sim, sim, sim. Só para ter certeza que não vai curvar demais.
It looks difficult to get to it from here though.
Yeah, playing the in turn is very difficult.
Because you need to be so close to the reds.
Yeah, playing the out turn you'd a little bit more room for error.
Attempting the in turn though. Marcelo Melo.
Como é que tá a linha?
While Gina Aitken has failed to curl enough, they have over curled this path a couple of times now. And just like you called it, Kenny, it's really difficult to draw down that line.
Não, o peso estava bom.
Yeah, I think for Scotland now you just throw a guard in this. That'd be the call.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot for Brazil to do because they can't keep drawing on the end turn. It's not going to get them anywhere.
What if I just try and tap that back in the Huh? Yeah, that draw's tough, but then, so just right here. That would be ideal, but then what if I hit that? That would be a disaster.
Yeah, I think that's the correct call from Gina. Just throwing the one right up at the top ring.
So what?
Top of the front ring.
What do you like? Top 12 then. Bit more. I can swing it. Try.
So just top 12 should close things off here.
Good. Good weight. This. Good weight.
So just looking for this one just on the front ring.
Looks a bit more.
Yeah, just taps that red. It had to be on the inside if we were going to play that shot.
Yeah, and Brazil could maybe tap it too now.
Quer jogar tipo um racket assim, porque né, se tu bater no cantinho aqui, ela já... Porque eu acho que um draw é mais arriscado, né? Que é difícil de controlar o peso, a linha, né? Exato, aqui tá curvando bem mais do que no outro lado.
Yeah, there's possibly a shot for two.
Yeah, tell us how.
I think you play it on the out turn, off the centre line. Big weight.
Yep, yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yes. So, yeah, you could come down and catch as much as you can see of the yellow that's just sitting on the tee line on its own and spring across to the other ones. So.
Yeah, you'd need a big weight ability to pull it off, but it's definitely there.
Yeah, someone like Oscar Eriksson or Nicholas Edin wouldn't be far away with that one.
I like that you're picking Swedish players for your idols. Last stone of the third end, though, is Lima with a tapping attempt, but this one is really over curling. And that will be a steal of 4.
Yeah, big mistake there. So now Brazil trail Scotland 9-0. Scotland getting off to a great start.
Wow, 9-0. That is a big lead after 3 ends.
Yeah, but as we've seen in mixed doubles,
anything can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brazil had some chances, especially in the second end. I don't know what you do now if you're Brazil. Just need to keep working and hope that you get the points on the board.
Yeah, I think they've just got to try and, well, as we said, it's their first appearance at a World Championships of any magnitude at all, so they've just got to try and use this as a learning experience.
And again, it is also difficult when you have a lead in mixed doubles, because it's harder to defend it than it is in normal curling. You kind of need to defend it by putting stones in play rather than getting stones out of play, because of that rule where you can't hit anything, not even your own stones, in the rings until the 4th stone of each end.
Yeah, this one again from Bruce Mowat coming up a little bit short.
Yeah, they. Is this the call you like?
Yeah, I think so, because it over curls, you push the top red into the yellow, spring down onto the tee, so yeah, I like this call.
Não tem linha, só peso. Tá muito aberto. Yes, 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 não tem peso. Tenta ser pouco mais pesado.
So that one came up short, so
principalmente que a gente tá com
that's really blocked up that left-hand side.
À frente da casa.
Inch more.
So, if you're Scotland now, do you try and play the tap? Or do you try and tidy things up and play the double peel on the guards? I think the double tap would just be the call.
Well, it's lying quite well for Scotland right now.
Luke's all here.
It is.
Close.
Up a bit.
Close. Yep. Whoa.
Line only.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, another good shot from June Aitken. I think possibly sitting 2 now.
Cuida a linha.
And are they now playing the run back?
Yeah, I think there was possibly a triple there on the other side.
Era o turn. Bom, vamos tentar o raise aqui.
Possibly
yes,
played
yes,
the
yes,
wrong
yes, yes.
handle with this one. Well, did move one of the Scottish stones from play.
No, no problem.
Yeah, but it's now kind of overlapped guards on
Era o turn, era pra
the
ser
two
lá,
best yellows. And it happens. Your skipper needs to be clear what turn you should throw.
Like that.
Maybe happens to you, Sarah, but certainly not me.
Does happen to me.
Not fully. You can see 2 inches. Well, what? I think we could go here as well. Yep.
Yeah, I think think I might have been tempted to guard the other side with this one.
How come?
Purely because I think you can make the shot a lot easier on the out turn on the right hand side of the shot than the in turn.
Yeah, they are worried about Brazil being able to remove the yellow, but I'm not sure it helps them to remove the yellow. It's just easier for them to draw and get shots thrown around the other side, like you said.
Where are you? Wow, over and up. Over and up.
Marcel just hoping he was going to get to sweep one of the reds, but no, Jane Aitken had good weight on that, and Brazil might need to draw the out turn side now.
Se pegar aqui Pildegard, tá bom. Tá? Mais forte possível.
No, I think they're going for the hit, Sarah.
Lê a linha. Vê a linha, lê a linha, atrás, a linha, aqui atrás da pedra. Okay.
That one just over curls and peels the centre off. Doesn't really do much. So Scotland could probably do more damage to themselves if they throw another one into the forefoot. Slips too far.
Yeah, if they're ever wide, it's something for Brazil to use. Maybe just guard that side as well.
To me.
And we've seen this happen too. You need to count how many stones you've played. And this should be Bruce's turn to throw.
For that, and if I'm heavy, I'll go in.
Yeah. Switch if you can.
Yeah, I think you're probably better throwing this stone away than
Can you switch?
throwing it too heavy.
I don't think he's thrown it heavy. Just don't want to leave anything that they can roll in off. But I don't think he's done that either.
That's a nice shot though. You see Scotland probably sitting two.
Que entrar aqui, dose, né? A única coisa que eu posso fazer é tentar mandar uma pedra bem pesada para acertar essa, para tirar as duas e tomar só um. Não vejo outra coisa.
I can't really see a way for Brazil to score.
I think the only way of trying to do something is cut it down, yeah.
Mas essas alturas do campeonato.
Sim, de qualquer forma, eles estão fazendo um.
Hã?
Eles estão fazendo
Desculpa. Um só? Não sei. Eu achei que estava amarelo mais perto. Ah, não, acho que é vermelho. Não, é vermelho. Acho que é vermelho. Muita coisa para fazer, né?
Yeah, I think that they're going to go right out wide and try and draw one in.
I'm not sure they could get the line. And they just thrown it away.
Yeah, it's maybe only just the one.
One for
Bruce-
sure.
Bruce Mowat gonna have a look. And it is only the one. So
One yellow, yeah.
this a steal of 1 for Scotland, and they will have a 10-0 lead coming into the halftime break. Kazakhstan has a 4-2 lead. Spain has an 8-2 lead over Germany. It's 5-4 to Latvia against Slovenia, and Sweden has a 4-0 lead over Estonia. Here you see the standings in our game. Scotland 10 and Brazil yet to score a point. The teams will have a short break, and we will be back before the second half of the game with some highlights. In the first end between Brazil and Scotland, Gina Aitken played this nice double to remove the red shot zone, and they ended up with a draw for 3 in that end. And then in the second end, Brazil had a really big chance to score multiple, but Scotland fighted back, and Bruce Mowat played this great draw that allowed them a steal of 2. And we're also going to take a look at the final stone in the third end, where Alina Lima has tapped to try and score a point. She'll over curl it, and Scotland picks up a huge steal of 4. And finally in the fourth end, an end where Scotland managed to steal one once again. This was a key shot by Gina Aitken when she taps this up for the second time in a row, and Scotland steals one. They have a 10-0 lead after 4 ends. We play 8 ends here in the mixed doubles, so 4 more ends to go. And it's a long way for Brazil now.
Yeah, so
sorry?
this is Bruce Mount for Scotland. He's played really well. His draw weight's been pretty perfect. Again, this one's looking pretty nice.
Both the Scottish players with a really solid performance, really putting a lot of pressure on Brazil.
Just down the other end.
Tá, me parece forte, tem que curvar. Fica perto. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes, 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 continue.
That's a real nice shot.
Thank you.
Yeah, taps it all the way back to sit 2.
Aileen Lima for Brazil.
Yeah, and it's good because Scotland is not allowed to hit this yet. So they can still only stick to freezing and tapping. So Gina Aitken is going to try and tap this back as far as she's allowed and get a little roll.
Nothing. Whoa.
And she's done quite a good job. It is still 2 red counters. Scotland will be allowed to hit with their next shot. So here's Marcelo Melo for Brazil, their first ever World Championship. He was with the team that did challenge the American men though for Brazil 1 year.
And this one's looking pretty nice onto the tee line. So Brazil beginning to build an end. Maybe just compose themselves at the interval.
A good team chat in the break. And now Scotland's starting to play the scoreboard. They are allowed to take out, so they're gonna hit the guard.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Can't afford to hit this one on the nose.
No, over curled it instead. And the center line is now cleared.
Yeah, I think Brazil are probably better coming right in on top of this one rather as through the guard.
Well, they don't want to, certainly don't want to set up some sort of triple with coming in too far.
Talvez seja mais fraca que a outra. Tá certamente mais fraca que a outra.
This one's just going to over curl and leave a nice pocket. Will Scotland elect to just play the freeze, or yeah,
Well,
they
10 points up. I would think they're gonna hit everything that they can see. Well, we've not seen everyone do that. We've seen a lot of teams being up and trying to draw their way through the game anyway.
Yeah, I think I might have just played the freeze in and around this.
Yep. Alright. Whoa.
Gets everything moving. And
Well, Brazil now just sitting the 1.
probably as good as you could have hit it.
Yeah, I think so.
Porque uma pedra aqui assim, ó, sairia as duas, né? Mesmo que seja off-nose aqui, só não pode ser nose, né? O que tu acha? Senão pode tentar
I think they're maybe looking at
só que o raise tá super fácil aqui, né? Tem duas
play the
pedras
double,
de
but
raise.
to use the stones within the house to as protection. I think just play the in-turn draw or clockwise draw.
Se limpasse as duas? Ali tem backing, né? Quer fazer o draw, é isso? É menos arriscado é o draw, né? Sem dúvida. Então vamos tentar, tipo, aqui assim, talvez. Aqui assim.
I think that's what Marcel is going to do. He's just going to play this draw around onto the 4-foot. Not a lot of handle on this one, I just noticed. Sarah?
No, he gets a lot of curl on his interns, which I guess is good if he gets by, because then he's definitely going to get buried. This one's looking a little bit pacey.
Ah, forte.
Yeah, so a chance now for Scotland to get out of trouble and just play the freeze. The most you should to give up in this situation is a 2.
So final stone for Scotland in this end.
There. Still there.
Yeah, just a little bit much pace in this one. It does bounce off.
And Mello now pointing at the freeze. They could come to the inside and tap this back to score.
Se a gente tirar
2.
essa, a gente é 2. Nem tirar, só empurrar ela um pouco aqui, ó. heavy draw assim, né?
Yeah, so this a great opportunity for Brazil to get on the scoreboard.
Como é que tá o peso?
Final stone of the fifth.
Então deixa curvar.
Line looks pretty good. It's just all about the weight.
Não toca. Tá pouco aberto, não toca. Só clean.
Just need to curl a bit more. Well, she did enough to score, and they are on the board.
Yeah, it's a nice point for Brazil. So after 5 ends, they trail 10-1 against Scotland.
And while we wait for the 6th end to get started, Kazakhstan has a 5-4 lead, and hammer in the 7th end over Finland. Spain lost a 4 against Germany, but they're still leading the game 8-6. It's 5-5 between Latvia and Slovenia, and Sweden they've been stealing once all the way through the game, and they are now up 5-0.
So the stone's just getting placed for beginning of the 6th end.
6 ends is the minimum amount of ends that they need to play. And there is David Aitken, the Scottish coach.
Yeah, former world junior champion way back in 1986. Before you were born, Sarah?
I was born in 86, but quite late, so yes, probably before. I'm lucky to have your age and wisdom beside me, Kenny.
Thank you. So underway in the 6th.
Como é que tá o peso? É assim pra linha, assim pra linha, assim pra linha, yes.
Aline Lima for Brazil. And that is going to pose them a few problems in this end, I would say.
Because they need to steal a lot.
Yeah, it's not what Brazil were looking for. That 4-foot area is in wide open now. Scotland do have one back of the button.
Close. Right. Close.
Now Scotland, who also have the last stone, they can make use of the corners.
Well, needs to swing.
That's a nice draw. Well in front of the tee line and behind the corner guard. So what's the plan now? Are Brazil gonna freeze?
I think so. I think that's. They might even throw a centre guard. That might be the brave, but the only thing they could do.
Yeah, because Scotland will be allowed to hit with their next.
Não tá ruim o peso, me parece. Pra linha?
This one hits and rolls in behind. No, it just doesn't quite get the roll.
É que ela estava pouco pesada, na verdade.
He's left it in play, which was the key for that shot. Really needs to hang around. But has bumped a yellow back of the tee, so it might come into play later on in the end.
And we have seen a position switch from Scotland. It's now Bruce Mowat throwing 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah, this one looks as if he's had a bit of a flaff at that one.
A flaff?
Yeah.
It's just a new word to me, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, he did get rid of the red.
A gente tem que frisar assim, ó, para o ângulo não ser ruim. Não, tanto faz, pode ser por aqui também. Nessa do 4, né? É que entrar ali atrás.
Yeah, maybe the excitement of beating Brazil is getting to him now.
Maybe. So another freeze attempt on the way from Marcelo Melo.
Peso muito similar.
Peso está razoável.
A linha tá boa, vai curvar, linha. Curvar um pouco.
Como é que tá a linha?
Curvar. Vai. Agora tá boa.
Look like a better line, but it might also overcurl just like his last. And well, a little bit. He has great weight. Sits on top of the yellow, but because there is an angle there, it shouldn't be too difficult for Bruce Mowat to remove the red, and he will get rid of the yellow as well, but that's not the end of the world.
No, I think even if you run this, hit and run, you won't be too disappointed. So, big weight takeout, not hanging around. I think these takeouts, what will sweepmen actually do? You're probably better just settling yourself in the hack and playing it with full control rather than racing to get up and make the sweep.
Yeah, because, well, once you catch up the stone, I'm not sure. When you play that big a weight, I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make if you have time to just do a couple of strokes before it reaches the other hog line.
Yeah, I think probably you're better just focusing on playing the shot well.
Yeah, it's just a very stressful moment otherwise. It's difficult to run up and try and sweep it from the other side too, though, because then you have to run, stop, and then run the other way. Brazil still trying to just get a stone into the rings that Scotland won't be able to remove.
Yeah, only a couple more for each to come though. This one's looking fairly short. Just doesn't do enough.
No, it is still Scotland lying to.
So, if you were Scotland, would you go after that red, or would you just play the straightforward draw around in on top of the yellow that's in the 8 foot on the right hand side?
I quite like the draw. There's not really a good place for Brazil to hide anyway, so don't need to worry about a stone that's third shot. And you give Brazil the guard that they have been dreaming about ever since they accidentally chipped it off.
Yeah.
But then I guess giving up a steal of one Scotland would still be 8 points up with 2 ends to go, which is acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's going to slip back of the tee, so again, a chance for Brazil to get out of a bit of trouble. So I think that's why the other turn would have been the call.
Now something for Alina Lima to freeze on.
Onde é que estava a tua vassoura? Aqui?
Final stone
lenta.
for Brazil in the 6th end. And this is curling lots and lots and lots.
Yeah, it's not got the weight, I don't think. It looks like it could be a straightforward draw for 4.
Podemos descansar, né? Amanhã tem mais.
Yeah, so that putting 14-1 up. With only 2 ends to go.
It's not really possible. Because the maximum score is 6 in mixed doubles. And then you need to count the one that you already have in the rings.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so, should this be made, it could be a game over.
Yes.
Fine, fine. Yep.
Good sweep by the 2 Scots. And that one will come down into the 8 foot. And it will be a score of 4.
Thank you for the game.
And the handshake is offered.
Good game, good luck.
And it is another win for Scotland. 14-1, the final score on sheet A.
It was a tough day against Sweden in Scotland.
Yeah, tough start for Brazil, starting off with 13-1 to Sweden and 14-1 to Scotland. But I'm sure they're going to learn plenty from this. The next game that you'll see here is at 9 o'clock local time in Dumfries, Korea versus Hungary. But of course, Kenny is on his way to interview Bruce and Gina, and we also have some highlights from this game between Scotland and Brazil. In the first end, in the game between Scotland and Brazil, it was Brazil lying shot stone before Gina Aitken played this lovely run back, got rid of the red one, and that allowed them later on a draw for 3 and a 3-0 lead for Scotland. In the second end, it was looking good for Brazil, but Scotland got out of trouble, and then Bruce Mowat came down with this draw that later on allowed them a steal of 2, taking them to a 5-0 lead. In the third end, this is the situation facing Alina Lima with her final stone. She tries to double tap but over curls, and it's a huge steal of 4 for the Scots. In the fourth end, Gina Aitken played this tap for the second time in a row. And in the fifth end, a couple of good shots. First, Gina Aitken made this run back to spill everything around. And with the final shot of the end, it was Lima with Brazil's first chance to score. She tapped the yellow one back and put 1 on the board for Brazil. Finally, in the sixth end, Brazil failing to get a good shot stone in there to steal. Gina Aitken had a draw, perfect, scored 4, and handshakes after 6 ends. Scotland won the game 14-1. On the other sheets, we have Kazakhstan with a 2-point lead over Finland, Spain with a 10-6 lead over Germany, Latvia with an 8-3, 8-5 lead over Slovenia, and Sweden with a 5-1 lead over Estonia. And for now, stand by with for interview with both of these teams, and join us again at 9 o'clock tonight when we bring you the game between Korea and Hungary.
So Bruce, another win on the board. How do you feel after that?
Good. It's good to be on 3-0. Feeling quite confident out there, so hopefully keep that going.
That was Brazil's first appearance at the World Championships. You went 10-0 ahead. Was it hard to concentrate after that?
It's always difficult to keep concentration, especially when there's like fans and stuff, but I think you just have to keep yourself in the mindset and not let yourself get distracted by other things. It is their first time, so obviously they're going to be struggling with that as well, so we're just happy to keep our head in the game and keep going.
So you guys are probably one of the favoured teams here this week. So what's the main goal for you guys?
Like to get to the playoffs, and then we'll think about that when we get there.
We know we can play well, so we just want to know that we can play our best and just put on a good show, basically.
Yeah. So how do you feel the format's going with 34 teams? There is a lot here this week.
Yeah, it's a lot of teams. You can see that by the number of nationalities that are here, and it's groups, which is different from any other Worlds, but I feel like it's really good that everyone gets included. More countries can get a chance to play in the Worlds, which they don't in like the men's and the ladies, so it's good.
Okay, thanks for talking to us and good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. So guys, how do you feel after the defeat to Scotland?
Bom, acho que considerando que nosso primeiro jogo foi contra a Suécia, foi um jogo bastante difícil, acho que na verdade a gente progrediu um pouco contra a Escócia, apesar de a gente ter também perdido por uma margem grande, mas é isso mesmo, é um progresso e a gente pretende continuar esse progresso para os próximos jogos.
So how important is this appearance at the World Championships for Brazil?
Muito importante para a gente conseguir finalmente desenvolver o curling no Brasil. Apesar das condições difíceis, a gente veio de última hora, se conhece há 2 semanas, enfim. Mas claro que a gente quer fazer o melhor, mas o resultado a gente sabia que ia ser muito difícil, já preparando-se 2 semanas, encontrando as principais potências do curling no mundo, mas o importante é fazer falar de curling, colocar o Brasil definitivamente no cenário mundial, em campeonatos mundiais, e esperar que isso ajude a gente a ter um gelo finalmente no Brasil.
So what's next for Brazil curling?
Acho que é realmente conseguir ter essa arena de curling no Brasil para que a gente possa desenvolver jogadores locais, e a gente está fazendo um trabalho no Canadá também de tentar fazer algumas clínicas para brasileiros, para que os brasileiros que têm acesso pelo menos agora a gelo, que eles possam começar a praticar. Então, na verdade, são 2 frentes aí que a gente trabalha, tentar descobrir brasileiros que joguem ou que queiram jogar em outros países onde tem gelo, e trabalhando junto à confederação para que a gente possa ter uma primeira arena de gelo no Brasil para curling a partir do ano que vem. O que tu acha dos próximos passos dentro do gelo?
Acho que são esses passos mesmo, pegar os brasileiros, alguns brasileiros que já praticam no exterior, principalmente no Canadá, começar a fazer um treinamento mais específico com esses brasileiros, e assim que a gente conseguir um gelo lá no Brasil, a gente também convidar ou ganhar mais alguns participantes do Brasil para esses campeonatos mundiais. Acho que o progresso parte a partir daí.
Okay, thanks to Alien, and thank you Marcelo for talking with us, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, obrigado.
Obrigado.